Did he wish it was the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I
And
wish,
then
I wish,
I
it,
think
I wish it was
honestly,
the
I think the
NFC
winner of this game
Championship
goes to the
game.
Super Bowl too.
Yeah, man, it sucks. I'll be honest with you, this is the NFC Championship game. Whoever wins this game represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are gonna lose to the Giants, bro.
You think so?
Dude, the Giants, like, I don't know, is Hurts 100% healthy? Is Lane Johnson
His
100%
shoulder.
healthy?
His shoulder.
Yeah, and it's his throwing shoulder, man. So
I don't know, man. Like, be honest with you, like I said, like I knew Dallas was gonna beat Tampa anyway, because Tampa's done, man. You can see Tom Brady doesn't have it anymore, but he still wants to play.
but now he just gave up his marriage for the game. Right? He kind of has to play now.
And on top of that, too, I think Fox offered him 10 years, 375. I'm like,
390.
390. I'm like, why do you want to keep playing for? You already have money, like almost 400 million waiting for you right there. Why you gotta keep putting your body through all that trauma and everything? Might as well just take the money. He loves football, though.
Buddy, someone offers me $390 million. Like, and I don't have to throw a football and risk my life anymore. Like, look what happened to DeMar Hamlin, man.
Exactly. That was scary. I'm not gonna. That was scary.
I think that scares me too in Buffalo's thing, because I feel like they're gonna kind of push Buffalo through a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody was talking about Dak's interceptions all year. Granted, it was fine. He threw 15 picks in 7 games, but Josh Allen threw 3 picks in a fucking playoff game, and like no one's even talking about it because it's Josh Allen.
Honestly, with Buffalo, his turnovers in the red zone's a problem for the Bills. I'm taking the Bengals to win that game, man.
Honestly, I think the Bengals win, and I honestly think Jacksonville gives Kansas City a game.
You think Casey will finally beat? You think Mahomes will finally beat Joe Burrow?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the thing with KC is everybody thought that Mahomes was going to fall off when Tyreek Hill left, and he played better. Like,
he did.
He played MVP level, losing arguably one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's making Kadarius Toney look like a freaking all-pro.
But Tyreek Hill goes to Miami and Tua starts balling out of control, man.
Yeah, I feel bad for Tua, man. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think if Tua played that game against Buffalo, man, they would have won that game.
Oh, you mean against Baltimore?
No, I'm against Buffalo.
Against Buffalo. Yeah.
Because I saw throws that the quarterback was missing. I'm like, if Tua's playing, he would have made those throws.
100%. Yeah, Tua. Like, the one thing I've always hated left-handed quarterbacks.
I don't know
why. I just had a thing against them.
Steve Young, Michael Vick. I love left-hand quarterbacks. I like left-hand quarterbers.
I wonder how Peter's doing, considering Juventus just got a 15-point penalty.
Well, I know today's his birthday anyway, so he's out tonight with the wife and everything. So,
happy birthday, bro! Your team just got screwed for cheating again.
The Bills?
No. I'm talking about the Juventus, his soccer team. They just got sanctioned 15 points. They were in second place. Now they're in like 18th.
Oh snap! I didn't know that. Shoot, damn.
Yeah, like, it's bad, man. Like, well, but at the end of the day, dude, they're known for cheating. It's what they do.
People want to win that.
Where are the other boys at?
Well, I think JP's gonna come in later, man. He's busy right now at work and everything. And Jeff. I don't know. Jeff's supposed to be, but I don't know what's going on with Jeff. So we're just me and you talking basketball, man. Give our picks and everything.
Oh, basketball? I don't even want to talk. Like, I got Kawhi behind me, and it's just like Masai's in freaking France right now. Like,
yes,
like the Raptors. I feel like the Raptors now, like, the big thing with them is I think as long as they stay in the black with money, I don't think they really care because they won their championship.
Yeah.
Like, if they really wanted to win a ship, like, at the end of the day, I would have traded Scotty Barnes for Kevin Durant in a heartbeat.
I don't want KD here. Look, he's injured again, man. That's the problem with Kevin Durant. He's always injury prone.
Well, yeah, he's built like a string bean, man.
Like plus his attitude sucks at times too, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like his attitude sometimes, man.
Yeah, but I think Kyrie might have rubbed off on him because he wasn't like that in OKC. You know what I mean? Like, now he's like an entitled little brat, which is exactly what Kyrie turned into.
So when Kyrie left Kyrie turned into a little brat, entitled brat. Because Kyrie,
yeah, exactly.
Man, Kyrie marches on beat of his drum,
like,
man.
Without my shot, you wouldn't have won a championship. It's like, you don't see Steve Kerr calling home MJ saying, without my 3-pointer, you wouldn't have won a championship.
Oh, Steve Kerr knows better.
Everybody knows better. It's MJ.
Yeah, everybody knows better, man. Like, you're not gonna say it against. You're not like Artest. I said it against Kobe when in that Game 7 against Boston in 2010. like hit that big three in that game 7, closing moments of that game. We all know Kobe's the best player, but Kobe was struggling in that game. He made a couple few shots, big shots down the stretch in that game though.
Yeah, but I posted it today. Colby talking about who would win one-on-one, him or LeBron, and he's just like the way he says me, like just that confidence. He's just like me, 100%. Like it's not even close. He's like LeBron. LeBron's good. Like in a team game, LeBron's phenomenal because he can do pick and rolls. He can set up screens and stuff like that. One-on-one, who's he going to pass to? He can't pass to anybody. He's got to pass to himself. And I think people forget that Kobe was a 9-time defensive player, like all defensive pro. Like,
yeah, he never won the award though. Jordan got that. Jordan won that.
That was kind of wonky. I know. I never understood why, but like that's just the era he played in. There was just so many good defensive players.
Bruce Bowen, Tony Allen, Dwight Howard at that time. Dwight was killing it.
Yeah.
You know, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace, Artest, all those guys.
Gary Payton.
Yeah, I remember 1 year Gary Payton won it 1 year. I remember that year. Yeah, the year the Seattle SuperSonics played the Bulls that year, '96. I remember that year. Yeah, I remember that year.
Man, this game on Sunday's got me like I'm worried and excited at the same time. Like it's just
it's funny. All the Cowboy fans at work, like we all just like, what's up? What's up? That like we weren't even talking to each other. Like just like, yeah, what's up? That's how bad it is at work, man. And one guy,
I know you love the game as much as me, and like the Niners fans are like, we're gonna blow you guys out. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, do you guys watch football or are you just talking shit? Like it's gonna be a good game.
Football game.
Like and at the end of the day, like the one thing that I know following this team for 36 years is it all depends what team shows up on Sunday. If the team that played on Monday against Tampa shows up, it's going to be a game. If the team that shows up against Washington in Week 18 shows up, it's over in the first quarter, right? Like it's
if the way Purdy showed up on Saturday and the first half shows up, I'll be okay. But the second half, Purdy and Niners, like I said, man, it all depends how they play, man. Like you said, who shows up.
That's what it comes down to, yeah, man. And it's like, and one thing that I was reading, and I watched a lot of film on this week, actually. If you want to stop San Fran, and it's easier said than done, obviously, because it's really hard, you have to tackle. Like, because like 90% of San Fran's entire 11-game winning streak is yards after the catch or running after the catch. Yeah. If you wrap them up at the point of attack, you eliminate that aspect. But obviously, it's easier said than done. You're not tackling Debo with one guy. Especially Trayvon Diggs. Let's not even go there.
Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, Jennings, Elijah Mitchell's back. Now we got Juszczyk. The Niners are offensive juggernaut. But like I said, man, it's like, but like I'm saying, at work this week, it was crazy, man. Like none of the Cowboy fans were. It was just one of those things at work, man.
Well, that's the thing. Like I hate like Stephen, and this is what bothers me about the media, man. So Stephen A. before the Tampa game is saying like Tom Brady's the GOAT. They're like the Cowboys are gonna choke. Blah 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 blah. So then the Cowboys blow the doors off them, and then Tuesday he shows up and he's like, "Wow, Tampa's an inferior team. They did what they were supposed to do." It's like, dude, you were literally in Tampa yesterday saying that they're gonna get the doors blown off them.
Yep, I remember that.
But like, you know what I mean? And the man fully, like Dak's dad was there, and he told Dak's dad that he was going to throw 2 picks.
You gotta love Stephen A. Smith. You gotta love him, man.
He plays a role, man. He's an actor.
You gotta love Stephen A. Smith. But back to the situation at work, man. Like at work, it was just like the Cowboy Niner fans all week. I know some guys at work I'm cool with, like, hey, what's up, Anthony? I'm like, what's up, man? Big game Sunday. I'm like, yeah, good luck. That was basically it, man.
That's man. Like that's
all we were saying to each other. Good luck this week. It's a big game. I wish it was an NFC Championship game, but we're just happy the rivalries renewed. That's all we care about.
That's it. Yeah, and that's how football fans should be. There's like this whole like. I feel like it's a lot of like the younger generation of Cowboys fans that have never seen anything happen that are just like, oh, we're gonna kill them. Oh, it's like, dude, you watch football, like the trenches. San Fran has the upper hand. 100%. Your defensive front stronger than ours.
Our
linebacker, Fred Warner. Oh, pardon, sorry.
Our secondary gives me problems though. Cause you can get us on our back end.
Well, that's what it comes down to, right? Like if we're not going to be able to run the ball like the way that we're used to, so we need to rely on Dak in this game. Yeah. And I feel like if he can figure out, especially because you guys play a lot of zone, and Dak's actually the second best. He's the second best quarterback against the zone this season. He's thrown a lot of his picks in the zone because he's made some dumb decisions.
Yeah.
But a lot of his picks too were bouncing off receivers' hands and into their like. It was just a weird situation. But if you guys do, but the thing with Shanahan is because he knows that everybody knows they play a lot of zone,
Yeah.
he's probably going to switch it up on Sunday and play a lot of man.
Yeah.
Right, like it's like because he's a genius like that. I would kill for Shanahan to be running the Cowboys franchise, but we have Mike McCarthy, who, you know what, I had issues with him at the beginning. He's won 24 games in 2 seasons. He's the only teams that have won more games than Mike McCarthy are the Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And he won 4 games this season after losing his backup quarterback, after losing Dak. Now, when Garrett lost his starting quarterback, Tony Romo, his record without quarterbacks named Dak Prescott and Tony Romo is 1-32. So that's when people say coaching doesn't matter. It does.
Look at the Giants right now, Brian Dable. Coaching matters, man.
Exactly.
Coaching matters.
And that's the new way of the league, too, is these offensive coaches. Like, look at name a defensive coach that's in the playoffs right now.
Shoot.
Head coach.
Not Andy Reid, not Mike McCarthy, not Brian Dable. I don't know about him. Zach
Doug
Taylor.
Peterson's offense.
No. Sean McDermott.
That's the only one. One out of 6 teams left. That's crazy.
Yeah, boy, them boot there and send them up.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
What the hell was that?
One of my homies from Jamaica, man, especially about something, man. Don't pay no attention. I'll deal with him later, man.
But yeah, no, you know what? Like I said, like the game on Sunday could go either way. If the Cowboys could stop the run and they could limit the yards after the catch, they have a chance. If they let Debo do what Debo does, we're screwed.
I think this game comes down to like the defensive players, Michael Parsons versus Nick Bosa, man, who can get to the quarterback.
That's the next one too. Yeah, that's the next one too. Like, and Parsons, like a lot of people don't understand. Like a lot of people last year, they're like, well, what the hell's going on with Parsons? He had COVID on that Monday. He tested positive for COVID. He was sucking air like on the second downs in that game, which he never does. You got to kill that guy to get him off the field.
Yeah.
Right. So this year it seems like he's healthy. He just had his baby girl.
Okay, that's congratulations to him.
And what I love about that is I remember another situation where we had a player that was kind of playing a little bit off, and then he had his daughter, and all of a sudden he went off, and it was Fred VanVleet in the 2019 championships.
When that Milwaukee series, I remember that. Yep.
Remember he was playing like ass for like 2 days, 2 games. It was like, what? This guy can't hit a freaking barn door.
He was playing like crap in the Philadelphia series too against the Sixers. I remember that.
Yeah, and then he had his daughter, and all of a sudden playoff Freddie showed up. Right, so.
All right, who do you got? Well, we all know Kansas City's going to beat Jacksonville, and we already know that already, man.
Yeah, like if we're talking betting lines, I would probably take Jacksonville to cover the 9.5 and probably choose the over in that game.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like Trevor Lawrence is going to be on a freaking tear after we're coming back from 27 down. Plus, he's also never lost on a Saturday, so you know it's one of those things. It's like Kyler Murray never losing in Texas Stadium or an AT&T.
Like the AFC has such nice young quarterbacks, Mahomes.
They're all rough first-round picks.
and Trevor Lawrence. Like those guys are the future of quarterbacks in the NFL right now. You got 4 of them. I feel bad for Justin Herbert. I think they got to fire their coach, Brandon Staley. He's a horrible coach, man. Not
even just for losing the 27-point lead, but for playing Mike Williams in a meaningless game.
Week 18, I'm like, you're already in the playoffs. Why are you playing your?
What are you doing? And then he fractures his back. Just mind-boggling decision there. But whatever.
I'd fire the coach, but knowing that the Chargers, they're a cheap organization, they got money, so they're not going to do it because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay Brandon Staley when he's not employed anymore and pay someone enough like Sean Payton. So they're not going to do it, man.
But that's the thing too. Like if you pay Sean Payton, like there's no cap on spending for coaches, right? So if you give Sean Payton $20 million and Justin Herbert, that team's now a juggernaut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like imagine the schemes that Sean Payton comes up with for Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and Justin Herbert at QB.
And yeah, trust me. Oh, no doubt, man. 100%.
Right, but it's like they want to stick with this guy because it comes down to when you look at football, the history of the league. It's the GM and the head coach, right? That's how it works. So this GM brought in the coach of the Chargers. I just forgot his name. Sorry. He brought him in, so he's kind of tied to him, right? It's like it's the only freaking team that doesn't have that GM coach issue is Jerry Jones, but he kept Jason Garrett for 10 years.
To me, y'all should have fired Jason Garrett after you went 3-3. in
3
2013.
8 seasons back to back. Yeah.
You guys should have fired Jason Garrett after that, man.
But
after
the
that,
funniest thing that Jerry came out and said, he's like, oh, well, he's learning on the job. It's like, this isn't high school like football here. This is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. You can't be learning on the job.
Exactly. But it happens, man.
But Jerry's gonna Jerry.
Like I said, man. Like I said, I'm just I'm gonna watch KC, Jacksonville. Definitely gonna watch Philadelphia, the Giants. So I think Saquon Barkley is on a tear right now. I think he's come
He's
back
on a
player of the
mission,
year.
man. That man's on a mission. Did you see the video of him on the plane?
Yeah. Ask you a question. Who would you pay money more to? Daniel Jones? Who's more important to sign? Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley?
Ooh. The way Daniel Jones has played this year with Dabble as the coach, you always go quarterback, because running backs are a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
I know this personally from Zeke. Like, we paid him, he's got the highest contract in running back history. But yeah, you have to give it to Jones. If he goes out there, even if they lose, like they're playing with house money at this point, because they were never supposed to even be in the playoffs. They were rebuilding. The fact that they're going to a divisional matchup against a NFC East rival, and Daniel Jones is a big part of that. Like, Daniel Jones pretty much won that game against Minnesota single-handedly.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, if you come out and perform in the playoffs like that in your first ever playoff game, a quarterback's a lot harder to find that can do his job than a running back.
Quarterbacks are a dime a dozen, man. Like, you could be a superstar quarterback in college, but it's hard to learn a pro style offense in the NFL, man. It's hard.
Exactly, right. And like, if you're like Saquon Barkley, don't get me wrong, the guy's a beast. But if you look at like fantasy football perspective here, the first half of the season, the guy was on a freaking tear. And all of a sudden, teams started scheming against the run, and then Daniel Jones had to carry that team to another 6 wins. Right, because Barkley was averaging, I think, 3.6 yards a carry the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Right, so it's a lot harder to find a quarterback that can win games than it is to find a running back that can run the ball. Like, Austin Eckler was an undrafted free agent.
You can find running backs in the draft regardless of situation, man. But quarterbacks are like, you need a quarterback to win a championship. Yeah, defensive champion, you need a quarterback at the same time.
Period. Like, and like, Daniel Jones in that last game, I was watching, and I picked the Giants to win that game. Everybody thought it was nuts.
Honestly, God, Minnesota's trash. Like, they're fraudulent 13-3, 13-4. Damn, I gotta get used to 13-4 now.
Yeah.
Like, all you gotta do is take Kirk Cousins away from.
That extra game is bull. I'm gonna take a page out of Shannon Sharp's book. That extra game is bull jive.
You think they're gonna go? You think the NFL's gonna go 18 games?
No chance in hell. It's too hard. Like he's 16. Going 17-0 was hard enough. Like, you're adding another game in there where these guys got to take another beating. Like, the NFL don't care about their players, man. When they talk about player safety, it's a joke. Even the game being on a Monday night, like the Cowboys game. I'm not talking about rest and all that stuff, but even the game being on a Monday night, it's like,
I don't like the playoff game should not be on.
That was purely a money grab because of Troy Aikman and Joe Buck.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it was a shitty game on the Monday, they wouldn't have even done it.
But honestly, NFL needs to like get rid of Monday Night Football for Wild Card Weekend. It's not good look, man, because it's not fair to other teams, man.
No, and it's like, I don't want to be watching a game on a Monday night at 8:30, like 6:30 tomorrow or Sunday. I love that start time because I can go to bed by 9.
Yeah.
But like, if you put a game on at 8:30 on a Monday, like, these people got to go to work. I know
Exactly.
Texas is different. Like, they'll just take the day off. But like, I don't live in Texas. I got to go to work on Monday, man, or on Tuesday.
Exactly.
Right, and it's like, I was like, even and then I was looking at the schedule this year. The Cowboys played in literally twice this year. Played 3 games in 12 days.
Yeah, you guys play like two Thursday night football games. Obviously, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, back to back. We did Thanksgiving and Tennessee. Yeah.
Tennessee. Yeah, because the Bills actually played 3 Thursday night football games: Rams, Thanksgiving against Detroit, and the Patriots.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me how you get like, and then you want to talk about player safety. It's like, you want to talk about player safety, and then you want to have that whole Tua situation happen. Like, you guys are full of it. Like, just stop. You guys care about making billions off the backs of these athletes that do all the work, and all you guys do is sit there and count money. And Jerry's part of it.
Tua shouldn't have been playing that game against Cincinnati, man. That's just my personal opinion.
No, he shouldn't have been playing. He came back in the first game when he fell down.
Yeah.
It's like what, like what's going on here? Are you guys out of your mind? Like if you fall down when you're trying to stand up, I played soccer. I didn't play football at a high level, but like playing soccer, I hit my head off the post once, and I don't even remember going to the sideline. I was falling down. There's no way I could get back on there and run for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's like soccer's hard, but it's not. We're not talking NFL level athletic plays and hits that you got to take to your head. There's a hit to the head in almost every play in the NFL,
Yeah.
right? Like,
but I think Miami did the right thing. Not I'm happy that he went to Miami Heat. Miami Dolphins told him like I think I got a concussion. That just shows you like he's thinking about his health long term, man.
you have to, man.
The Miami
Look at
Dolphins
like,
you know we're not taking a chance. Like you're our
you don't want
future.
this guy to be Muhammad Ali in 20 years, like
Exactly.
right? Like, and it's sad. Like, but the worst part about it is when you're sitting there preaching about player safety, and then you have the Cowboys on a travel week playing on a Monday night, then playing on Sunday at 6:30. Like, yeah, we get the late game, but we have to travel back from Tampa to Dallas, practice, then travel to San Francisco. It's not an excuse. If they lose, they lose. I don't care about that. But it's like you can't in the same breath then talk about player safety when you're making these guys play like 2 games in 6 days and traveling 2 of those days. So they're literally playing 2 games in 4 days.
Like with us last year, we played you guys on a Sunday, went to San Francisco to go fight at Green Bay, beat them, and go back to San Francisco and fight at LA after. It's the NFL, man. It's part of the business, man. Like you train at it's a business. You got to do these trips and everything, man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I get it. But like just reverting to soccer quickly as a quick segue, when Christian Eriksen had the heart attack in the Euro Cup, it's because they made the schedule so close together because of COVID. He was practicing three times a week and playing 2 games a week. The heart can only take so much, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like, we're not like we're human beings. Like, and that's, I feel like with DeMar Hamlin, a lot of the world actually took notice of being like, these guys, like a lot of people think that, especially in Europe, they think that NFL players are like machines. They don't realize that they're actually people.
Exactly.
And when that DeMar Hamlin thing came out, everybody was like, whoa, let's take a step back. I think Ryan Clark was talking about it on First Take. And he's like, I think that we needed this for people to realize that we are human beings. Like we're very athletically gifted. We have this, but at the same time, we're blood and bone. Like if that happens again, but again, it was a 1 in a 10 million chance.
That's a 1 in a 10 million thing, man. Like it's a routine tackle. We watch football for years. That happens all the time, man. I think his body had delayed reaction and he just fell down.
Yeah, and you know what? Prayers up to him. I'm happy he's out of the hospital.
But he's not. He has a long way until he plays football again.
Oh yeah, I don't even think that, like, if he plays again and he takes that field, that's 1 game. I don't care if the spread's 40. I'm betting on Buffalo.
I doubt he'll play next season. To be honest with you, probably play the following.
No. He might even have a pacemaker installed. Like, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that they have to do now. Just because, speaking from experience, I had open heart surgery. You know that.
Yeah.
When you have a heart issue, it's very it's very tenuous with everything you do. Like, even when I wanted to get back into martial arts, when I wanted to go back and play soccer, they were like, I'll give it some more time. I'm like, it's been 4 years. What do you mean give it more time?
Exactly, man.
Right, but it's the heart. The heart. If you with no heart, you're done. Right. So.
And then Skip Bayless made that comment.
Oh God! Don't get me started on that idiot, man. The fact that he claims himself a Cowboys fan makes me so sick.
And then Shannon Sharp, like, you know, I don't like that show. I don't like Undisputed, man. I just something about Undisputed. I don't know what it is.
Like, knowing what it is, like, you know, Troy Aikman and Skip Bayless hate each other, eh?
To be honest with you, I'm surprised Troy Aikman stayed at Fox that long.
Yeah, exactly.
I was surprised.
And I like what Michael Strahan did on the live broadcast on the Sunday. Yeah, he called him out without calling him out. It was very strategic. And it's funny enough, he learned that on the freaking Mike and Kelly show when he was doing, you know what I mean? He learned how to play those politics. But he's like he basically said in not so many words, I don't want to share a table with this idiot. Like, that was uncalled for. You don't do that. And then he cut Shannon Sharp off during his monologue. It's like, and then he's just like, you know what? I don't even think they're going to be together next year, man. I think Shannon Sharp's just playing out his contract for this year, and he's going to be like, F this, I don't need it.
You think?
Because he went off on him about Brady at one point too, and
that was a low blow with Skip it to Shannon Sharp. You don't do that, man. You don't do that.
Yeah, you're comparing Tom Brady to you're comparing a quarterback to a tight end, like.
You don't do that.
It's nonsensical, man. Makes no sense. I'd be like me comparing Des Bryant to Joseph Randall. Like,
Joseph Randall.
yeah, the underwear thief, man.
He stole cologne and some underwear, man. And the clone was
Yeah,
called
and he played
Guilty
for the
too.
Dallas Cowboys.
And the clone was called Guilty.
Yeah, you can't even. Yeah, you can't even make it up.
The clone was called Guilty, man. By the way, that was hilarious, man.
Yeah, you can't even make this stuff up with the Cowboys, man.
Nah,
But you know what? This week, I'm actually shocked at how well the players handled the media. Jerry handled the media. Like everybody was just like, okay, it's game. Like we're focused on the game. We don't want this outside noise. We don't need it. I'm like, is this the same organization?
The
Jerry loves
49ers
the
are just
outside
like, we
noise.
just want to they just want to play football. We just want to play football. Like me
Yeah,
as a Niner,
and
like the Niner fans at work, we're just like, yo, we just gotta play our game. That's it. We just gotta play 49er football, and then we should be fine. The Cowboy fans at work I
yeah,
talk to, like, we just gotta play our game and we should be fine. I'm like, yo, so we'll see what happens
that's what it
Monday
comes
morning.
down
We'll
to.
see
If
what
both teams
works.
play their game, see, this is what worries me now, though. If both teams play their game and it comes down to a field goal and Brett Maher has to make like a 35-yarder to win the game, I'm so scared of that moment.
I know you're gonna be scared, man.
Like you must.
I'm gonna be wearing my Debo jersey on Sunday. This hat, because I wore this hat and jersey last week watching the Seattle game, so I got to keep the trend on.
Yeah, no, I got my CD Lamb jerseys hanging with the same jeans, same socks, same hat.
Yep.
And
So
I don't mess around. Like Brittany, like the wife makes fun of me all the time. She's like, "Really? Like we gotta watch that?" I'm like, "No, it's playoffs."
she has to learn, man. She's with you, man. She
Oh
needs
no,
to
she
learn.
gets it, man. She was wearing her dad jersey. She hung it up in the closet. She didn't put it in the wash for the week.
Mine is starting to learn now too. I got to teach her about football and everything now too. So she's starting to learn now too as well, man. I got to teach her about football. Football. When it comes to 49ers, leave me alone. Need my 3.5
Yeah,
hours.
that's my day.
That's my, that's my day. Leave me alone. I need my football, man. I need my goddamn football, and we're straight after that, man. But it should be an entertaining game, man.
The whole
I hope
weekend's
like
going to be entertaining.
I'm thinking at 28-27. Niners win
Yeah,
the
it's going
last
to be one of
57
those.
games.
It's yeah. I don't see a blowout at all, unless the only way I see a blowout happening is if the first drive, for example, like just hypotheticals here, Trayvon Diggs picks one off and takes it to the house for 6, and that Dallas Cowboys sideline goes nuts. That's the only way, or conversely, the other way for the Niners if Fred Warner picks off Dak for a pick 6 or something like that. Then I see it being a blowout because that's going to amp them up to the point where their confidence is through the roof.
But the thing about Purdy, he was down for 10 against the Raiders. I'm like, okay, all right, Purdy, show me something. They came back and won that game.
Yeah, but I talked to Nick about this too, and like Jared Stidham put up 34 points on the Niners defense.
I was surprised, man. I think Niners took it for he still put up yards against us. I think Niners just took it for granted. I'm like, okay, it was one of those admirations, man.
That's
I'm
what it
just
is.
saying,
Right?
he's still this is one of those games he had. So I'm like, okay. And DK went off on us last week too.
Well, the thing that your slot corner there, I can't remember his name right now.
Ward?
No, that's your linebacker.
No, Contavious Ward.
Ward. Yeah. So him against Lamb in the slot's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
And I feel like T.Y. Hilton might get a lot of snaps this week as opposed to Noah Brown. Thank God. But yeah, like that T.Y. Hilton pickup was kind of sneaky good.
Like I said, it should be a great game. Looking forward to it, man. And as for the KC game, 34-17 KC against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I can see something like that. I could also see it being like 38 to like 30 or something stupid because like Doug Pederson, like one thing that you got to say about that guy is he knows how to scheme people open.
He's not afraid to take chances.
No, exactly right. And then like you look at the Buffalo game, it's like,
That's gonna go down to the wire. That's a field goal could decide that game.
like yeah.
A field goal.
And then you have the Eagles Giants. I feel like that's going to either be a blowout or a very close game. I don't think there's going to be like an in between, like a 10-point win. It's going to be like a 2-point win or like a 40-point win. And then you have on Sunday. Who's on Sunday? What do we got? We got 6 games, right?
Yeah.
No, we have 4 games. What am I talking about? So yeah, we got Buffalo, got Cowboys. Jacksonville, and Giants. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week, man. It's one of those like this is one of those weeks I'm not betting.
I got Eagles Giants game. I got Eagles 27-23 over the Giants.
That's actually, you know what? I like that. I could take that, but I might reverse it. So Giants 27, Eagles 23.
Yeah, I got Eagles 27-23 against the Giants, and I got Cincinnati 27-24 against the Bills.
You got Cincy taking it? Me too.
Last second field goal. Cincinnati 27-24.
The only thing that worries me about Cincy right now, but it shouldn't
Offensive
matter
line?
because Joe Burrow's, yeah, he's so used to being sacked. I don't think it matters anymore. Like
Offensive
they're
line?
missing their right tackle and right guard. That's huge.
Should be a
But
good
yeah, that Cowboys Niners game, I don't even want to pick a score because it's like, what is it gonna be, 41-38? Like, or is it gonna be 12-7?
Oh God, no, man. As long as we get the win, that's all I care about.
Yeah, same here, man.
So me and you're gonna be enemies on Sunday. We'll be text each other back and forth on Sunday anyway. You know
Oh,
that
yeah.
already, man.
Yeah, I'll call you at halftime for sure.
We're definitely gonna be enemies. And my other buddy too, he's a Cowboys fan. He texts me like, Niners Cowboy rivalry renewed. I'm like, yup, man. Good luck on Sunday. I'm like, yeah, man.
That's it, yeah. Like I was talking to my buddy today, huge Eagles fan, and I'm telling him, I'm like, the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And he's like, no, the Eagles are the strongest team. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's like, tell me the holes the Eagles have. I'm like, do you want me to list them? I'm like, okay, no problem. Your secondary, your run game defense. Hurts might not be 100%. Lane Johnson has a torn abdominal muscle and he plays right tackle. So how long is he going to last? And he's like, yeah. And then he gave me all these reasons. Like, well, the secondary's not that bad. I'm like, dude, you guys gave up 40 to Dak. Like, what do you mean you're not that bad? He's like, yeah, but he threw 3 picks. I'm like, but when Cooper Rush threw 3 picks, you didn't say that. So, like, which one is it? Is it Eagles fans are like just delusional? It's crazy. Like they think they have the best team in the world. And it was funny. I was listening to Mad Dog today, and he's like, yeah, it's an inferiority complex because they're a small city. They only have 1 championship. They've done a lot in the history of the NFL, but they're a very small sample size.
Yeah.
So he's like it's an inferiority complex because when they go up against the Giants, for example, who have that huge fan base, Cowboys, huge fan base, Washington don't even really have an owner anymore, so let's not even go there. But it's like that, it's that inferiority complex where they're always consider themselves the underdog, even when they're not.
Yeah. So
like even this year, like if you look at the only thing that I think that in the, like, for example, just speaking about the Eagles and the Niners, strength of schedule plays a huge part in the playoffs. So the Niners have played one playoff team pretty much all season with the Kansas City Chiefs. Mind you, were missing half your defense, so I don't even count that game as a game. But that's the only game you guys lost, and you were missing half your defense, so it is what it is. But that's the only team that had the offense.
We should have beat Denver and Chicago, but I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, but I'm talking about playoff teams, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you know what I mean. It's like, okay, so you guys haven't really. Like it's funny because last year we had the cupcake schedule. We played nobody all season, and we were the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, and now this year it's reversed, and you guys have had an easier schedule. We've played 4 playoff teams. We played 2 playoff teams 4 times, and we played Cincinnati. We played, like, you know what I mean. Like we're the battle tested team now, and you're not. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays into it, if it does at all.
Yeah.
Just one of those other things to think about.
Like I said, I can't wait for Sunday 6:30. Fox.
Yeah, I'll be in bed like 2 minutes after that game ends.
I gotta work Sunday night too. So
wow.
I texted about. I already told him, listen, I might be late Sunday night, so just don't leave me alone. Cowboys.
Well, what time's your shift start?
11 o'clock, and the game.
Oh yeah, you won't be late.
I should be fine to get to work.
Yeah, I know that game will end at like 9:30 max.
Yeah, so
and that's including overtime. Like, there's no way.
I ain't missing that goddamn game, so I can get that.
No, you can't. I'd call it sick.
Yeah.
But it's funny they released the referees for this game.
Yeah.
And the ref, I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but this referee specifically, when he's refereeing a game, his underdog stats are 6-0, and he's also 1-7 with the Niners.
Interesting.
So it's weird, and in Vegas, like Caesars released something this year or today about how they don't want the Niners winning the Super Bowl because they're going to lose money. So it's like, okay, so if I start seeing some weird shit happen on screen, I'm gonna start really believing that the NFL's fixed.
Should be, like I said, I can't wait for Sunday's game, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm just happy.
It's gonna be a good contest, man. I'm hoping for a good game. I don't want to see any bullshit. I don't want any like dumb, stupid penalties being called. I just want them to let them play, and the better team wins, man. Like
I'm just happy the rivalry's back. That's all I care about.
That's exactly what it is, right?
I'm just happy. I think NFL is happy that this rivalry's back. Trust me, NFL is happy this rivalry's back. Trust me.
They 100% are, and that's what actually makes me happy about this game, because they know how many people are going to be tuning into this game, and they're not going to want 150,000 penalties on the field.
Yeah.
Right. So, and funny enough, so if Philly wins if the Giants beat Philly and the Cowboys beat the Niners, the Cowboys will get a home game for the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'd rather play Philly for the conference championship, because that would just be epic.
I just can't. I'm looking forward to Sunday. That's all I care about. Man.
Yeah. And I'm a bundle of nerves, like 100%. Like I've been anxious all week.
Same here, man. I just want to.
I just want this game to start so I can see what team shows up, because I'll know in the first 4 snaps what Dallas team's playing.
Same with San Francisco. I'll see. I'm like, okay. I'll see it now, and I'll get a flow. I'll get a flow of vibe with the game first of the night. So.
Yeah, man. Like it is what it is. But either way, good luck to you, man. I'm gonna sign off. I gotta use the bathroom and spend some time with the wife.
And we definitely got to do this again, because we got to talk about the Leafs and we got to talk about the Raptors, because they're getting on my damn nerves, especially the Raptors.
Oh, don't get me started with the Leafs, please, because the Leafs and the Cowboys are so related. It's like watching the same freaking team, just in different sports.
Well, the Raptors are getting on my goddamn nerves, and I can't wait.
You know what? And at the end of the day, like, people want to blame Nick Nurse. Like, dude, there's only so much the guy can do.
No, I'm not blaming Nick Nurse, the players. But like I said, we'll definitely touch on the Raptors. At least you damn right, we're definitely gonna do that, man.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that another time. And I want Pete on the next call.
Oh, definitely get Pete on the show for sure, man.
Oh yeah, no, I want him on the next call, because we gotta talk. Because last time we spoke,
yeah,
he told me Milan had no chance in hell of winning the Italian championship last season. And guess who won the Italian championship?
Milan.
Thank you very much. Pete, if you're listening to this, Juve cheats.
All right, brother. We'll definitely.
All right, man. Good talk.
We'll talk. We'll definitely touch base on Sunday, man, for the
game.
game.
100%. Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right. Cheers, man.
Cheers.